Hey, what's up, guys and girls, and welcome to another episode of Direct Edition. The channel is Fred Hall Direct Edition, and today we're going to be going over a comic book haul. So I stopped by my local shop and I picked up a couple of preview books with some other pretty exciting books that just came out. My comic book shop that I usually go to is closed now, so I have to go to a comic book shop that's not that far away. Um, but it kind of reminds me every time I see a comic book shop that closed. It reminds me of growing up in the 90s when comic book shops would close a lot. So that brought back, horrific memories when I saw my local, very close comic book shop had closed down. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the video and look at some of the comic books that I bought. Before we get too into the video, I actually wanted to show you and pay homage to my fake Darth Maul from China. Now, the reason why I'm showing you my fake Darth Maul from China is because you see in the middle, you have a book that's coming up from Marvel, and it's going to be Darth Maul. Now, I do have one Darth Maul book that's downstairs in the dungeon. It's a solo book, a paperback. It's a pretty cool book. But yeah, I cannot wait for this Darth Maul to come out that's in the middle. My God. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over the dollar books that I found. This is the Exiles, #1. And I got this just for $1. So the reason why I picked up this Exiles #1 is to finish my run, or at least to begin my run on Exiles. So I'm going to name everybody who's on the front cover. The big guy with the no nose at the top, that's John Prowstar. The guy with the gargles, that's Mimic. The blue girl, that's Nocturne, Nightcrawler's daughter. Blink is in the middle. Magnus is the guy with the striped hair. That's Rogue and Magneto's son. And then you have Morph. Morph was created for the 1992 X-Men cartoon series. He's more of a slapstick kind of comedy guy. I really never too much care for Morph, but hey, I don't, dislike anybody because that's just not in my heart to dislike anybody, especially if it's coming from comic books. So yeah, I picked up Exiles #1 for $1. It's not an expensive book, but hey, I needed it. Like I said, I do like the Exile books. So now that I have #1, more to come. The next book I picked up for $1 was Mutant X, which is Alex Summers' kind of solo series where he ended up being in this weird world. You have the worlds like the Age of Apocalypse, you have Age of X. Well, Mutant X is his own pocket universe. I really do like Alex Summers. I think that he's a pretty good leader. I did like him when he was the leader of X Factor. And yeah, I think it was X Factor. It wasn't X Force. It was definitely X Factor. And I just like him, and I like him and Magneto's daughter relationship, Lorna Dane. Lorna Dane's name is Polaris. I really like him and Polaris relationship. So I definitely had to pick this up for $1. Now there is a red variant, but I didn't actually get a chance to get that one. So hey, it's the #1, so you can't beat a #1 for $1. Hey now, you're an all-star. Go and get your game on. Hey. So I had to pick up two X-Forces. This is The Hunt for Bishop, the beginning story. When I first went in the comic book shop and I saw these two, I actually had like two more in my hand, but I put two back and I just kept these two. Eventually, when I go back to that comic book shop, I will pick up the other two. Window, if you're watching this right now, the second one's yours. All you gotta do is say so, and I'll send it to you. So shout out to Window, my best friend. But yeah, this is X-Force. This is Uncanny X-Force. This is Storm's team, which is a very, very good book, but a lot of people slept on it for some reason. But hey, 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 more better for me because I got this for $1. I got $1. I got $1. I got $1. Hey, 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 hey. So next on the list right here is the issue where Jane Foster came out the closet. Not that way. but she came out and it finally was revealed that she was Thor, even though she was dying of cancer. Right now, with Marvel revamping some of my favorite heroes, like you got Wolverine, he's Old Man Logan, and he's also X-23. You got the totally awesome Hulk, who is Amadeus Chow, a younger, Asian, I think, guy. You got Hawkeye, who's turned into, a girl. Basically, you still have Clint Barton, but you also have this young girl who's Hawkeye now. I really don't dislike it, because I do like characters like Miles Morales and stuff like that. Superior Iron Man. I really don't dislike it. It's just it's different from what I grew up with, And when you say Iron Man, I'm gonna totally think of Tony Stark. When you say Wolverine, I'm gonna think of Logan, not Old Man Logan or X-23. But it's good. I don't hate it. It's not gonna make me stop, reading comics because they change it. But anyway, let's get back to this issue. This is issue number 8. This is the one with Jane Foster actually is revealed to be the new Thor. Pretty cool. Picked it up for $1. Okay, this is not a comic book. It's actually a graphic novel that I'm reading right now. This is the New Mutants novel. This New Mutants novel happens around the time, let's see. This happens right after the fall of Norman Osborn. Right around the time when Norman Osborn had his Dark Avengers. This is right after the Dark Avengers. This is unfinished business. This is when the Cyclops actually send the New Mutants after Nate Gray, who is basically Cable from the Age of Apocalypse. This is a very, very good art. I love reading this. I've read it probably like twice already. This story really, really highlights Danny Moonstar. Danny Moonstar is a Native American who's been with the New Mutants. She lost her powers, but man, hand to hand combat, I put Danny Moonstar. I put her up there with probably Captain America because it's been some comics where I've actually read that she's went hand to hand with a lot of people, and she went hand to hand combat with Sugar Man, and also too in another arc that's not this one, she actually beat the crap out of Hope Summers, the mutant messiah. She actually kicked Hope Summers in the stomach and across the lunchroom tables, which was pretty cool. But this book is very good. Unfinished Business, The Hunt for Nate Gray. I'm going to show you the back of it too. Okay, here's a look at the back of it. You actually have a Hellion down there, some Hellions down there. You have Emma Frost. This book is actually, it contains, let's look and read what it contains. It says that it collects New Mutants 25 through 28. So yeah, if you get a chance, you can go and pick this up for cheap. I think all my books that I get off of Amazon, I get for probably just the price of shipping, maybe $1 more. Like I get my books from a lot of books from the UK, and the UK will ship it here, so it takes about 2 weeks. But if you're only paying $1 for a book like this plus shipping, that's good. You're only coming out of pocket like what, $4.99 plus $1. That's $5, $6. So that's all I paid for this. But anyway, so keeping up with my X-Men, I also picked up this X Factor, and the only reason why I picked up this X Factor book, yeah, we was talking about Alex Summers earlier, and that's his solo. I mean, that's actually his leadership role in this group, X Factor. He led them for a while. But the only reason why I picked up this book is because two of my favorite villains of all time is on the cover. You have Mr. Sinister, you have Strife. When I went to go ahead and catalog this book, because I do catalog my books, I realized I had already picked it up. But hey, you can never have enough comic books that you actually like the cover of. Yeah, and I picked this up for $1, so that wasn't bad anyway. Hey, DC is one step ahead of Marvel, even though Marvel is so down to earth. So now we get into some of the dollar DC books that I bought. This book is Batman. I'm Batman. I'm sorry to all the ladies out there. We appreciate you. But this is Batwoman #1. And the reason why I picked this up, if you will allow my sexy hands to get in here, the reason why I picked this up is because of this. Wow. How cool. Wow. So that's the reason why I picked this Batwoman up. It's called Futures In. It doesn't cost too much. I've actually priced it on eBay. I think it still goes for about $1 anyway. But yeah, I had to get this. I thought it was just so cool when I picked it up and it actually flipped. The hologram actually flipped. And so as I kept going through the bin, I kept running into more hologram covers, which will lead us to este. This is a Red Lantern book. As you can see, you have Guy Gardner, and then you have a Blue Lantern, Guy Gardner. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I had to pick these up when I saw them because it automatically took me back to the 90s. Remember when Spider-Man had four covers, four hologram covers? It was like a red one, a green one, a black one, and a blue one. So, 90s kids, we grew up with the foil covers and all this other kind of crap. X-Men 75, where Wolverine gets his adamantium ripped out, his hologram cover, and it's a whole bunch of comic books that came with that X-Men run with hologram covers that was supposed to be worth so much money. Even Wolverine, was it 100 when he gets his adamantium back? That one has a gold claw cover and it also has a gold foil cover. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, so as a fan of the 90s, I had to buy those. But wait, there's more. I had to get this one. Now this one's pretty cool. It's Superman Wonder Woman. Let me get it out of the glare. Let me move it down here. Sorry, you guys. See that? That's them kissing as a couple. And then you have them fighting. Yeah, so this is all three. If I could find any more of them, I'm actually going to pick them up. This is Red Lantern, Batwoman, Superman, Wonder Woman, number one, Futures and hologram covers. Pretty cool. So, in keeping up with my Superman DC run, I actually picked up this Superman in Action Comics with Bizarro on the front. I used to always see this like in, I think, Wizard magazines and different like comic book advertisements. So when I saw it, it struck me. I automatically picked it up. Green cover, Bizarro. Who doesn't love Bizarro? Remember Bizarro from the animated Superman animated series when he had that alien pet? It almost looks like a Venus flytrap. And Bizarro used that pet as if it was like a dog, but the pet kept trying to bite his face off. I mean, Bizarro is such a cool character. A reverse Superman. Instead of a reverse Flash, you have a reverse Superman. So picked this up for $1 when I went into eBay to actually price it. I realized that it's going for about 5. But as I say all the time, that's not the reason why we collect. We collect for the love of it, not necessarily the monetary value. Some people do collect for the monetary value, and that's fine. But I'm more of a person that collects first from the heart, and then I worry about the money. So yeah, like I said, pretty cool. Pick this up. Love it. Bizarro cover. So I was watching Rob Explains, which is a pretty cool channel. This guy has like 10 million subscribers. But anyway, I was watching Rob Explains, and he was explaining about the first time that Damian Wayne met John Kent. And so I had to go and pick up that story, but I didn't realize that they first met in issue number 10. I picked up issue number 11. I love the front cover. It's just totally awesome. Damian Wayne meeting Superboy, or Robin meeting Superboy. So Superman and Batman finally have sons, and they meet. And that's basically what goes on in the story. So now we're getting out of the dollar bin and into the cover price books that I got. And this is one that's everybody's been waiting on. That's a Star Wars fan. Marvel Star Wars comic book fans. This is Dr. Aphra number 1. Now, when I went to actually pick up this book, I was surprised that it was a couple of them left because I got there the day after this book came out. And I was surprised to see some was still left. I actually called the comic book shop before I went up there, and I was like, "Hey, tell me you have Dr. Aphra #1." He was like, "Come on in, I got you." So I went and not only picked up one, but I picked up two Dr. Aphras. So as far as Star Wars goes, I'm not really getting their single solo books. There's a couple of books that I want to get, but I have to get them in trade. Not even trade paperback. I want to get them in hardcover. And that's because, first of all, I'm a hardcover snob. I don't really like the paperbacks unless if I have to buy them. And also, too, I need the complete story. I cannot do the issue 1, skip to 2, then get 3. I can't skip. I have to get the whole stories. And as I've gotten older, I've realized that I've gotten out of collecting single comics just because of that reason. Like, I want the whole story. And unless you have a subscription at the comic book shops and stuff like that, you know, it's just a hassle. So I'd rather just go on Amazon and buy the whole hardcover or paperback. But yeah, this is I'm very proud to have these two in my collection. This is Dr. Aphra #1. She's a new character. She appeared in Darth Vader's solo series through Marvel, and I knew once they said she was going solo, it's just like Darth Maul, that comic that I showed you earlier. I had to get it. So now to the main event. This is Batman 66, number 27. I'm almost sure this is the first appearance of Bane in Batman 66. My God, when I saw this in the comic book shop, I automatically picked it up, and I wanted to have one more in my collection. And this is the book that actually drove me to realize that my local comic shop that's very close to me closed down, because I actually went there to look for another copy. And when I looked inside and I seen all the comic books were gone, I just fell to my knees and cried like a little bitch. Well, actually, I didn't, but but like I said, this book is actually very cool. As soon as I got it, I went to eBay and priced it. I got this for cover price. It's actually going for about $5 to $7. That the most I've seen like 10 or 15. But who doesn't like Bane? So this is one of the crown jewels. This, another book, and also Dr. Aphra #1 are the reason why I'm so excited about this comic haul. And lastly, the reason why I am so happy. This is Forever Evil Arkham's War. And this book actually happened during the Forever Evil event when the Crime Syndicate came over and kidnapped the Justice League. Everybody thought the Justice League was dead. So, of course, in Batman City, Gotham, all the guys and girls that Batman battled went crazy. And you had Penguin, who actually became the mayor for a split second, and he split up the city amongst Mr. Pig, Killer Croc, Clayface. I don't think Two-Face had his own little area, but Man Bat and Poison Ivy. And what happened was they split up Gotham. Bane came to Gotham and kicked everybody's ass, and he became Batman. So you have Batbane. If you want the complete story or little bits and chunks of this story that actually makes sense, go to Comic Story, and Benny actually did a video on this where he named Bane Batbane, and it was pretty funny. But yeah, man, this book is awesome. If you're a Bane fan, you have to have this book. And one of the things, the only thing I didn't like about the book is it took Batman 2 pages to beat up Bane. I'm like, damn, Bane beat up all your Rose Gallery. It only took you 2 pages to beat Bane. But hey, what's our excuse as Batman fanboys when when we say that Batman can beat somebody? We say, hey, he's Batman. And that's the reason why he could do it. So yeah, it only took him 2 pages to beat Bane, which I still love this story above a lot of stories that I've read in the recent times that I've been reading. So let's look at the back. Okay, here's the back of it. Very, very, very good book. I loved every bit of this. I think I read this story in one sitting, which usually doesn't happen. If I have a good story, I'll sit down and read it in one sitting. And that's what I did with this. So once again, I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Direct Edition. The channel is Fred Hall Direct Edition. Like, share, and subscribe for more cool videos. And if you actually leave a comment, I will follow back. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.